Two-way radios are an incredibly popular piece of tech with both casual users and professionals alike. This is mainly down to just how versatile these portable pieces of kit are. There are so many different ways that they can be put to use. Whether you are planning an outdoor event and need to keep your staff coordinated, are an avid adventurer who loves exploring the wilderness, or simply want to make communication within the workplace that little bit easier, you'll find that a two-way radio is an absolute must-have. When choosing a new set of two-way radios, there are a number of things to consider. Perhaps most important amongst these is the walkie-talkie's maximum range. When you're shopping for the best two-way radio, there are multiple factors to consider before you add it to your cart. Here's what you need to know. In this video, we'll show the top 5 best two-way radio on the market that will help you to choose the best one for you. So, let's dive into the video. And don't forget to check the product link in the description. Number 1. Motorola T100 Two Way Radio. To say Motorola makes incredible two-way radios is an understatement. Motorola's communications technology is top of the line. These are the people who pioneered cell phones, after all. Their two-way radios cover a wide range of abilities and costs. When it comes to the best value, we recommend the Motorola T100. These two-way radios are affordable, durable, and made with Motorola quality. The T100 radios operate on 2 AAA batteries. They can handle up to 18 hours of use, but that's going to decrease slightly with extended use. Plan for a little less and keep some spare batteries on hand just in case. You will get a flashing alert when your battery power is dying as a heads up. They boast a range of 16 miles in an open area. When you test this in a city, expect to not get anywhere near that range. In an area with trees and houses, the range drops to about a 1-mile range or less. That said, in the open country they performed much better. In the woods for hiking or camping, you'll likely have a range somewhere in the middle. They also have 22 channels available for use. They can receive signals from all FRS and GMRS radios. The radios have an auto squelch. There's also a separate tone for call, keypad, and talk confirmation. You can pick these up in blue or pink to keep things festive. That makes them great options for hiking with the kids. The sound quality is great. One spot you may want to be wary of is the battery panel. For whatever reason, Motorola did not make it easy to get into these things. It can be a real chore taking the bottom off to get the batteries out sometimes. If your angles are off, the plastic seems almost impenetrable. There's a clip included for putting the radio on your belt. It's well built and stands up to a lot of pulling and prodding. The radio itself feels good in your hand. Not too large and not too small. Button placement is well thought out and comfortable. At this price point, for a short-range Motorola two-way radio, you won't find anything better. Number 2. Motorola T460 Two Way Radio. Motorola shows up again, proving mobile phones were just the beginning. The talk about T460 may be the best two-way radio that Motorola produces. Not only that, but as far as we can tell, this is the best overall walkie-talkie you'll find from any manufacturer. The talk about radio is weatherproof, so it can handle trips to the woods in the rain or on the boat. Don't submerge it, but don't worry if it gets damp. As you might expect from Motorola, the sound quality is top-notch. In terms of features, these are a huge step up from the much cheaper T100s. There are 22 channels available. You can also use 121 privacy codes. Motorola boasts a maximum range of 35 miles for these. Again, that's not a real-world range by any means. On open water, you may get a 5-mile range. If you're using your radio while you're out hiking or hunting, it means to be the right size and weight. You don't want a really bulky two-way radio. If you're carrying a ton of gear, a smaller, lighter two-way radio is going to be better. Around town, expect about a 1-mile range or so. The NOAA weather alerts are available on these radios. So are alerts as well. That makes them handy for use especially when boating. The emergency alert button offers some peace of mind when you're out in the world. The radios run on rechargeable batteries. They also include USB cable for charging. You can also run them off of 3 AA batteries if you don't have the ability to charge them. We recommend a solar battery pack as well. This will amp up battery life and ensure better longevity. Good long-range walkie-talkies like these are more reliable than cell phones. They operate on FRS channels. Be mindful that they only seem to work with other Motorola FRS models. Number 3. Motorola T800 Two Way Radio. Yep, it's Motorola again. They make the best walkie-talkies. What can we say? The top-of-the-line T800 models are definitely going to cost more. But the features here are well worth the investment. If you're serious about a good walkie-talkie, this is what you want. Even the snazzy, backlit blue LCD screen is a standout here. The T800 offers Bluetooth connectivity with your cell phone. Once connected, this handy feature gives you a messaging ring at your disposal. This works even beyond normal coverage range. It's an excellent feature to have when you're far off grid. It's able to send GPS coordinates and text messages. Data transmission range is about 5 miles. They boast a 20-mile range, but you know how that goes. In addition, there are many other features. There are 7 NOAA channels. In total, there are 11 weather channels that monitor conditions in real time. Like other Motorola devices, there are 22 channels. You'll also have 121 privacy settings. Battery life is to other Motorola devices. You have 2 power sources options here again. You can use 2 AA batteries. There is also the option to use rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. In addition to the cool messaging feature, there's plenty more to like. It's weather-resistant and lightweight. There's an emergency alert button plus power boost. Call tones, dual-channel monitoring, and more make this a great walkie-talkie. You even have offline maps on the LCD display. You can use this as a GMRS radio. As we have covered, GMRS radios require an FCC license. With that in mind, you won't be using channels 1 to 7 and 15 to 22. Those are for GMRS radio only. The rest are for FRS radios, which, of course, are free. Overall, the incredible off-grid features make the T800 a superior, premium model. Number 4. Midland GMRS 50 Channel Two Way Radio. Not every great two-way radio is a Motorola. Midland's GMRS 50 channel radio is a great option. As you can see, Midland offers more channels than a standard FRS radio. This is top of the line for long-range communication. Like we keep saying, you need a license to legally operate on GMRS frequencies. But if you have that, the Midland is amazing. You can get crystal clear sound even at long range with Midland. They claim a 36-mile range, but it is somewhat lower. However, GMRS radios operate at a higher power than FRS, and the range does reflect this. It features easy voice and sound activation transmission. That comes with 9 sensitivity levels for hands-free use. NOAA Weather Scan scrolls through 10 channels for alerts. If there is severe weather, you can hear an audible alert to let you know. In addition to the handsets, you get some great extras with the Midland. You get 2 boom mic headsets as well as belt clips. There are rechargeable battery packs as well. That's 1 battery pack for each radio. There are 142 privacy codes and also an SOS siren. There's also a whisper mode. This is great for hunting, as it silences the radio for you. It's worth checking to see if the two-way radio you're looking to buy has any extra features. This includes access to NOAA weather alerts. Some walkie-talkies will give you access to these channels. That can help to keep apprised of the weather. This is especially helpful if you plan to use your walkie-talkies for hiking, hunting, or boating. You can run these on a rechargeable battery pack or AA batteries. Be aware that these walkie-talkies can suck the life out of AAs though. they tend to drain pretty fast. The rechargeable ones are more reliable. Number 5. Uniden Atlantis Marine Two Way Radio. If you need a two-way radio at sea, consider the Uniden Atlantis. Your boat should have a VHF radio, but these are a nice addition. Waterproof and able to float, these are made for life on the water. The Uniden is able to pick up all US and Canadian marine channels. It has all the weather band channels as well. It also comes with an impressive 3-year warranty that also covers waterproofing. Battery life is up around 10 hours of talk time. It can run on AAA batteries or rechargeable batteries. This is also what we'd say is the biggest drawback of this model. You need to charge it with a car lighter port. If you want to use any other method of charging, you have to unscrew the back panel. It's a bit of a hassle. Plus, total charge time is very long as well. Other extra features can also tip the scales to make a two-way radio more appealing. Things like belt clips for hands-free, charging cables, or charging stands. A keypad lock is also helpful. Always check to see what comes in the box to make sure you're getting what you need. Design is not a thing that everybody thinks of immediately when it comes to two-way radios. Often we are more concerned with the features and power of the radio. Design really comes into play once you are actively using it, however. You want a radio that's going to feel comfortable in your hand. One that is properly laid out as well. If the buttons are not easy to access or press, that's the problem. If you're using your radio while you're out hiking or hunting, it means to be the right size and weight. You don't want a really bulky two-way radio. If you're carrying a ton of gear, a smaller, lighter two-way radio is going to be better. The backlit screen is white for day use and red at night. It's also one of the largest screens we've seen, which is nice.